So Nationers, we're going to go through 2 separate NFL mock draft simulators. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be playing as the Las Vegas Raiders, my team, the team that I root for, Nationers. This is what we are going to be doing, okay? So the one that I've tried so far is this one. This one does take a little bit of time, but I think I can also make this one pretty fast. Just so we can kind of go through some players and whatnot for all 7 rounds as the Raiders. And over here on fanspeak.com, this one actually takes you through each round so we could go back and actually see what everyone took. So let's go ahead and start round 1. You already know that the Raiders are going to be drafting Fernando Mendoza. We already know this. This one looks like they're going through. I do want to see what teams predicted to pick. Peter Woods fell. Dylan fell a little bit. Wow. Oh my gosh. Caden McDonald? That's a huge riser, but I guess they need defensive linemen over there in the Chargers, it seems like. What the? Arvell Reese? What happened to Arvell Reese? What the heck? Are you kidding? How did Ruben Bain get the 2nd overall pick? Are you kidding? That's hilarious. Caleb Downs went all the way to Washington. I don't think they picked up. Yeah, they passed on Sadiq too. Jeremiah Love, where did he go? He fell to the Vikings of all teams. Minus 12 too, which is crazy. That's a yellow flag. Okay. Overall, I mean, that leaves us in a good position. So let's start round 2. Let's see what teams take. We're on the clock. So the Cardinals do take Sadiq, which I think is good because we probably don't need him. I think the Raiders should take Caleb Banks here. If Caleb Banks is not taken in the 1st round, we should absolutely take him. We also could take Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Both of these guys are so great. This is tough because I really like both of them. Concerns low production. Okay, I mean, but he's got an elite frame. He's 6'6" and 330. He is a little older, which is kind of bad. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, he's 6'2", which is really awesome. He's also got great total tackles, solo tackles, and pass breakups. Draft trend seems to be at average pick 41. A lot of people have him going to the Bears, which I guess would make the most sense. I will say, what about Amari Cooper? I don't really want to pick a player that played with with Fernando Mendoza, but he's got a great frame. I like a lot of people here. Caleb Banks is not bad, but defensive lineman I don't think is our need. I think we should pick Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. I think that's a great pick for us, okay? So yellow flag for any team that did not pick them already. So what did teams pick kind of around us? Chris Johnson from San Diego State, he's going to Detroit. Amari Cooper, he dropped a bunch. Caleb Banks obviously dropped a bunch. He got picked right after. So I don't blame them. That's probably a good pick for the Giants, if anything. Eli Stover is going up. That's an interesting pick from the Texans. Grayson Halton, not familiar with. These 2 guys I'm not familiar with, but yeah, pretty interesting. Jadarian Price, I understand why they picked him there. Okay, let's let that be what it is. So let's go ahead and start. We've got our QB. We did get a safety, which I don't think is our biggest need. We probably need more of an O-tackle. Caleb Tiernan is pretty good. And he's ranked 67, which we have picked 67. So let's see who they pick. They go for a quarterback, Garrett Nuzmir. Okay, and a cornerback, Davison Igabinoson. There's a guard here that we could pick. We definitely do need a tackle. That's definitely something that we need the most of. We need a good right tackle. DJ Glaze is not it. So do we go down here and go get Caleb? Our next pick is going to be in around... Oh, that's rough. It's going to be pick 102. And I just don't think we're going to be able to get Caleb again here. I mean, the draft trends kind of have him at pick 75. Yeah, Steelers look like they're going to pick him up. I'm going to go ahead and draft him. Caleb Tiernan, you're our new offensive right tackle. Thank you. And, you know, he might have still been here. I don't really know. I mean, did any teams pick? Could he have been a steal? I mean, yeah, I'd imagine that the Ravens probably would have picked him. So I'm not too upset about that. Let's see where we're at here. A guard, a wide receiver. We do need a good wide receiver here. And we're going to get a wide receiver at 102. So Bryce Lance is Trey Lance's brother. Jacoby Lane is not bad. He's got a taller frame, which is pretty good. His draft trends seem pretty rock solid at 190 or 129. I do want like a big body. I need a big body, but Jacoby Lane kind of looks like that guy as long as he's not taken. I'm going to go ahead and go Kevin Coleman Jr. Hold on. This guy is pretty good though. Got 11 yards per reception. Not a bad guy. Cowboys seem to be taking him at 155 it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and pick Jacoby Lane here for this one. That's what we're going to pick here, just to start off with. We do have a pick 117 as well. Caleb Proctor from Southeastern Louisiana. Same name, different person. Who do we take here? We do need a guard. We do need a cornerback. We definitely need a corner. We should actually go get a corner. Takari Davis. I will say Washington has produced some amazing corners. He's got good pass breakups and elite frame. Draft trends have him either going to the Steelers or the Raiders. I mean, I think that's a calling if you ask me. At 118, I think that's a calling. Let's go ahead and go pick up Takari Davis. That's our guy, okay? That's the guy that we need. Now, it looks like, oh my gosh, Demetrius Crownover, he has absolutely just fallen. This guy was supposed to be picked at 98. We're on pick 134 here, and somehow he has not gotten picked up. Is that a guy that we go pick up? I mean, we already got Caleb Tiernan. I don't think that's a guy that we go get. Guard-wise, I do think we could improve at our depth position because we really only have 2 good guards. A third one, especially this late, would not be too bad. Do we go for the corn-fed guy? This guy's got no scouting data? How does this guy just have no scouting data? What the heck? How do you have no scouting data? And Jared, you're saying not feeling the color, so let's change it to your choice. Well, green was my choice, but we'll change it to purple. Okay, we'll change it to purple. That's what we can do. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Do we go for the Notre Dame guy? I mean, they always have pretty good guards. Do we go for the Iowa guy he's probably a white lineman, probably going to be pretty good anyways? I think we go 315. He's 6'5" as a guard? As a guard? Oh my gosh. Let's go with Bo. I trust Bo. I trust Bo Stevens here. Do we have any picks in the 5th round? We do have one at pick 175. Let's go see what we could get there. Center's gone. Running back. Running back does seem like something that we could get. Tight end, I would not be mad about. There is a guy named Riley Nowakowski who's really good. I'm hoping that we get him kind of later into this draft as well. X, welcome back. Where do you think Ty Simpson is going? He's my favorite quarterback in this draft class. He's probably going early 2nd round. And probably to the Jets, if I'm being honest. That would be my guess. Because the Jets I don't think, I could go to the Cardinals. Very well could. But I think it's either the Jets or the Cardinals 2nd round is my opinion. I do like him. Like, the gap between Fernando and him is not as big as most people would think. I think Ty Simpson's upside helps him if he does become a backup for a year. Whereas I think the ceiling right away the floor, I should say, for Fernando Mendoza is like he should be starting by like week 3, week 4, and see how he does. I think that's still a little steep for him. We should try and go get an edge rusher. We're at pick, what pick are we at? 175. So none of these guys are too out of the range. Oh, okay, probably not him. Sacks and tackle for losses. This is okay as an edge rusher. Defensive lineman is actually more of a position that we need. Could go get Bryson Eason. Total tackles, which is good. Nothing too great production-wise out of him, though. I do like him. 6'3" and 322. We're going to go pick up Nick Barrett. That's where we're going to go pick him up. Now, let's start the 6th round here. What was the guy that I was thinking about going to go get? Cornerback? Do we go get a cornerback? Probably could go get another cornerback. Edge rusher? Tariq Sapp? No, that was not the guy. Vincent? Maybe. This guy does... 7 sacks? This is 2025 stats. I kind of like Vincent. I'm going to go pick Vincent. I don't think that was the guy that I wanted to pick, but we're going to go pick Vincent. Riley Kawanowski. That was the guy. that we were going to go pick. I think he's still going to be there, to be honest. I think there's no team that needs tight ends. I mean, Kansas City does, but I don't think they're going to pick him. Let's go ahead and see if we could go get another wide receiver here. Maybe? What's another linebacker? I guess depth there is probably not too bad. Jack Kelly's good. Is our guy still there? Tight end? He is. He is still there. Is he the best guy for us? Daquan Wright. Receptions. This is 2025 stats. 4 receptions. 17 yards per reception. 16 yards, excuse me, which is pretty good. He has kind of fallen in the draft, at least in terms of that. Elite efficiency, which is pretty good. He's been staying pretty even. Riley Nowakowski, he's definitely been drafted to us. I think we're going to pick him with our final pick of the draft. So that is our mock draft for the Raiders. We picked up Fernando Mendoza, Manuel McNeil, Warren, which is crazy. Why we should not have that. We should not have that pick. Caleb Tiernan in pick round 3. Jacoby Lane, Takari Davis, and Bo Stevens in round 4. Round 5 was Nick Barrett from a D lineman. Vincent Anthony and Jack Kelly from the 6th round. And Riley Nowakowski, a 7th round tight end. So that's where we went. We had 3 steals and 5 reaches. Notable picks. That's kind of crazy. So notable picks, Arvell Reese, best value. I don't know how the Giants landed him. Demetrius Crownover, he fell 50 spots pretty much. We also had an A+ grade, which I'm pretty happy with, if you ask me. I mean, how do we not? That's just crazy. Yeah, a steal for Emmanuel. We were a reach on Nick, Jack, and Jacoby, but I'm okay with that. We still got an A+ grade, so pretty good. Franchise cornerstone, positional diversity, and rookie contract value, which I think is great. So yeah, Caleb Tiernan, if we can get him in the 3rd round, I'm going to be very happy. Bo Stevens as well, going to be very happy. Yeah, it does seem like Jack Kelly and Nick Barrett were not good picks. And also Riley Nowakowski, which I think is good. Somebody that also played with Fernando Mendoza. So we got an A+ grade for our picks there. I do think we were gifted, but there is one more draft that I want to do, and that is stick to the model. This one I really, really like. Pretty realistic. We're going to do all 7 rounds again for the Raiders here. Also, I should see where Ty Simpson went. I think he went to the 2nd round here. Where did Ty Simpson go? Quarterbacks. Let me just go quarterbacks. Ty Simpson? What the frick? How did Ty Simpson go to the Browns in this mock draft? That's so funny. That's hilarious. Are you kidding me? What? Diego Pavia also went to Vanderbilt, which is so funny. And also, what are the Patriots doing just drafting 2 quarterbacks here? Las Vegas, my favorite team. 7 rounds, should be decently fast pick to pick, and then randomness should be very realistic. Something that I'm very much looking forward to. Let's go ahead and start this draft. I love that this big board, it also tells you like certain positions, and it goes into the nitty gritty. It goes 3 tech, it goes 5 tech, inside linebacker. It tells you everything. By the way, Ghostface, thank you so much for the posture check. Got to make sure that we look good, okay? Got to make sure that we look good. So, a lot of people have Fernando Mendoza going first. Some people have Arvell Reese going first. That will not be the case here. We are obviously going to pick our guy. We're going to go ahead and start our draft. We're going to go ahead and pick Fernando Mendoza. And then as we go down, we'll kind of pause as we go round to round here. So, first round. Oh, there was a trade. It looks like the Seahawks traded back and got a 2027 second round to give the Vikings a 32nd pick. So, the Chiefs walk away with Emmanuel, who we had in our last draft here. Omar Cooper going to the Browns. Are there any trades here? It looks like the Browns actually... Okay, who did the Browns trade with? What? How do they have so many picks? Maybe that's broken. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the Rams trade, that's from Atlanta. That makes sense. So it seems like the Browns... Oh, the Browns probably got this pick from an earlier thing. That makes sense. Were there any trades? The Cowboys... Yeah, that's not a trade within this one, but feeling pretty good. Who kind of left here? Sonny Styles, Arvel Reese. So they actually had David Bailey going all the way to the 7th. Ruben Bain, dude, how is Ruben Baines falling? How is he falling to the Chiefs, man? That's absolutely crazy if he is. Sonny Styles will be really good. I think it's going to be if he's in this like 8 to 10 range, I think the Cowboys could go up with both of their picks. They got Caleb Downs, which I think is great. I mean, I know he's got the knee thing, but Sonny Styles would be a great pickup for the Cowboys. They could try and trade up just in case, but that's a tough one. Because the make or break is really like like the biggest ceiling or the biggest cliff to kind of climb is what Miami does with this pick. Now, here's what I have Miami doing, okay? I have Miami trading with the Chiefs to go up, the Chiefs trading down, 9-11 swap. So yeah, that's what I have Miami doing, because they also have another pick at pick 30. And they're going to pick a cornerback here, and they also picked a wide receiver here, which I think they need wide receiver 100%. But it really depends on what these other teams are going to do. If they're going to go more defense, then stay. If they're going to go more offense, then get out of the way. We're trading up. And maybe they go defense. The initial pick, like Carnell Tate, I think is great. I think Jeremiah Love is super high. I don't think any team should pick him within the top like 10, if I'm being honest. Like, you're going to be paying him top 8 running back money. And he's going to be playing for a bad team, which I don't think is great. If anything, I think he probably lands more in this field with like the Vikings and the Bucks. I think the Bucks should probably pick him up out of all teams. I had him dropping all the way to pick 31. The reason why I have him dropping to pick 31 is that the Eagles will take him and they will trade their first overall pick with the Patriots. That's where I have him going. But that's simply just because of like, it's just such a high effort pick. Anywho, let's continue our thing here. Ty Simpson went to the Jets in this one, which Chris Johnson, that's a high pick for the Vikings, but they also traded again. So we have a few options here. I think safety is definitely the best option. We could get pick 42, okay, future. Both of these are not bad picks, I will say. The thing is like, what do we need? And I don't think there's anyone in this early goings that we need. I'm going to go ahead and pick back with the Saints or Tampa. I think I'm going to take Tampa here. Pick 46. And we get another pick 77 as well. So I like that. So we need a wide receiver here. We need a lot of stuff here. I don't really like trading back that 36 pick, to be honest. I really don't, but they didn't pick anyone. Cassius Howe is probably who I should have picked. He's a great player, but not too great athletically, but he's a good player, I will say. So they didn't really pick anyone that I would have picked in here. Oh, D'Angelo Pons? Probably could have picked him. I actually really like D'Angelo Pons in some ways. So they're saying Gurmy Bernard. That's who they're picking here at wide receiver at pick 51. What is his overall? He's an elite athlete. Doesn't have the biggest vert, which is kind of like what we need, but he's moved up 70 spots and he had a great career, I will say. That's not a bad pick at 46. Chris Brazzell. Okay, not too bad. He's moved up a ton. Seems like they have him going to the Chiefs here, which is kind of interesting, which they might be able to pick him up. We might also be able to pick him up as well, but I'd imagine like the Chargers might pick him up. Let's go Jeremy Bernard. Is his name actually Jeremy Bernard? Let's go pick him up. I just think that that's something that we need there. Let's go pick him up. Did they go pick up a wide receiver there? Yeah. I mean, those guys did. What was the team that I thought? They went, they went wide receiver. Okay, so that's good. Carnell Tate is good. I do like him a lot. Caleb Tierman, this is an automatic draft. I think if he's there, you pick him every single time. He's going to be our right offensive tackle, if I'm being honest. Genesis Smith. So they're telling us to go safety here, which I think is pretty good because we have a lot of safeties within this field. Kamari Ramsey, I believe, is pretty good. Let me look at his metrics. He's above average. Doesn't have the best athletic profile. He's not that quick, but again, It's a reason why he plays safety. He did drop a little bit. I don't think he's that great in terms of like numbers, but I think he's a physical. He's probably similar to actually Jonathan Abrams, just like a big hitter. This guy, Genesis Smith, I think is the guy that we are going to draft here at pick 77, which we got in that trade with the Bucks. So I do like that a ton. By the way, Night Sky, great to see you in here. How are you doing today? Welcome back. So safeties are off the board for us. We have a few options here. A lot of people, at least community-wise, have a lot of offensive guys or wide receivers. We do have Chris McLennan, who is a defensive tackle. He's a 3-tech, so he's more of a nose tackle, if anything. He's not super fast, which I don't think you really need. His size is pretty good, but is there a better... Caleb Proctor, I think, is still the better athlete, even though his weight... I mean, weight should never be an issue coming out of college. You could always get a little bit bigger once you start getting on a diet. But again, his spots have moved up tremendously. Pick 111. Caleb Proctor, probably the guy that I would pick here personally. Looking at offensive guards here. Jalen Farmer, not super fast, so he wouldn't be really a pulling guard. He's super young. Great athlete. He is someone that I might actually pick here. He's moved up about 200 spots. And I think he's a guy, he's not super fast, but I think he's a guy that we probably get here more for depth, if I'm being honest. I do like Caleb Proctor. I don't think we need a backup center. I mean, we have some people, but if we grab a guard, we could have, like Jackson Powers-Johnson, play backup center if Tyler Linderbaum were to go down by any means. But I do like our Jalen Farmer pick here. I think that that's what I do like the most here. Looking at our war room, we do have a B+ grade. You guys can see it. You guys can kind of see it behind the chat here, but I think that's exactly what we need. Is that we need a B+ to an A. And most of our picks have actually been pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that overall. So we do have pick 117 here. We do have a lot of picks in this third and fourth round, so could do something by trading. What does our picks look like here? We do have picks 117 and 134. I do think we still need this pick, personally. A lot of people had picked Billy Scrouth or Anthony Lucas. Anthony Lucas, let's look at his. Didn't do the 40. He's got tremendous size. He is 6'5" and 270 to 280. Unfortunately, he did have a season-ending injury, which I think is fine. Texas A&M to UC journey shows adjustment period. Okay. Limited sample size as starter. I mean, he could be a steal. He's super young as well. His metrics, he didn't really do much. His weight's a little low, at least in terms of that. But overall, not bad. 10-inch hands. Didn't have too many sacks and tackle for losses. Not bad as an edge rusher. Consensus number 17 edge. Player 63 edge. Is this I don't know if that's something that we go for here. I really don't know. Jalen Kilgore. Do like him as a safety. Do we just go Jalen Kilgore here? I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I could care less about an edge rusher. I think we need a safety. I think that's something that we need. A cornerback is also something that we need. Decario Davis is somebody that's really good. I really like him a lot. His overview is pretty good. He's 6'3", 6'4", 200 pounds. He's quick. He has dropped, though. He has dropped a little bit. But I do like... Let's go Jalen Kilgore. I think that's the guy that I was looking at, right? Yeah, I like him. I like Jalen Kilgore. Let's go get a safety because we definitely need that. Are they going to get the guy? Oh, they did take Decario, but that's fine. I'm not too upset about that. A lot of people... Nose tackle. We still need a nose tackle, apparently. I think that's something that we just need to go get, it looks like. So we could get a true nose tackle in Kim Keenan. He's like a true nose tackle, except he's really slow and super oh gosh, not a great athlete metric-wise. This guy, DeMonte Caphart, is great. I'm automatically drafting him just based on his stats. By the way, Sky finally made it. It's been so hard staying up until 1:30 a.m. with work and school with Sky. It's so great to see you in here. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream, and I'm glad to see you in here, by the way. Okay, so... Excuse me. They still say we need a nose tackle. I feel like we already filled out the nose tackle position, if I'm being honest. A cornerback is definitely where we need to go here. I'm going to be completely honest. TJ Hall, I mean, you get a white corner. He's pretty decently fast. Not super great. He's also dropped a bunch. What What does this guy look like? Great athlete, super fast, Prysock, Ephesians Prysock. What a name. Inconsistent pressing time with late feet, allowing receivers to stack him vertically. Gets grabby and takes back breaking penalties when behind play. Uses hands well in press coverage, delivering powerful jams to receivers. Let's go ahead and draft this guy. I like him. What does our war room look like right now? B's all around. We still got a B+, which I think I'm pretty happy with if you ask me. Pretty happy with that. Still need a good wide receiver. I think that's something that we're still looking for. Dylan Laube, a running back, a backup running back would be huge. I do think that we could still sign one. But Jaden Ott from Oklahoma is not a bad pick here. Super great, not super strong, but Jaden Ott is the guy. I'm going to go pick up Jaden Ott here as our backup running back. And again, that's, I think, deep into the 5th round, 6th round so far. So his contract could be super cheap for a long time. And he'll only get bigger and bigger. So pick 208 here. Vincent Anthony edge rusher is still with the AI model. Why do we still need an edge rusher? Why is that what we need? Vincent Anthony, I know that we looked at him not long ago. Doesn't look too great. Elite athlete, not super fast. Trending upwards. He's got a lot of sacks for an edge rusher and tackle for losses. So I don't know if that's the guy that we go get, but that's the guy that I think we're going to need. So let's go ahead and get Mason Rieger. He was a B pick. Jaden Ott was a B-, which, again, I think that's just mainly due to his bench. Linebacker position, we definitely need some backup position there. Jimmy or Bryson, that's what they're both looking at. I don't see Bryson on here. Oh, he's a defensive tackle, defensive line. That makes sense. Okay, that's fine. Jimmy Rolder, not super, he's very unique build athletically. Super fast, like agile, but not super fast acceleration and not super strong. But he has moved up a bunch and his stats are tremendous. I mean, he had 73 total tackles for Michigan, 2 sacks and 7 tackle for losses. I mean, I don't think it's a bad pick here. I think he's our last pick. I mean, we win a lot of defense, which I think is fine. I think we'll be able to just finish off what we got. We do finish off with a B+. You can't really see it here, but we finish off with a B+ here. Pretty happy about that. Mason Rieger was a +3 value. Biggest reach was Ephesians Prysock, which, yeah, you could say that was a little bit of a reach, but I don't mind. I actually don't mind that one bit whatsoever. Jimmy Rolder was also not that great, but overall, I do think that this was a good draft, and I'm excited to see what the Raiders do with their draft. I do think our pick 36 is going to be huge. I think that's going to be the biggest pick for us. That pick and pick 67, those first 3 rounds are going to be huge for us. And I think we should, if we can get Caleb Tiernan, I think we should. Jeremy is definitely not the guy that we should go get, but he's huge, and that's all that matters. So B's all around and only 1 A. So B+, 1 trade, and we did pretty well. So pretty happy with that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below on who you think the Raiders are going to draft tonight. And maybe we'll have to revisit how we did.